Hi, ladies. Sugar and Spice, Denise, you already know. So I just did the masculine reading about what to expect for the eclipse that's coming up. And now I'm gonna do the same for you, ladies. Um, yeah, mostly we're gonna be real upset about this eclipse because we can't do anything about it more than anything else. But we'll get into that. I'm gonna let the cards validate what I already know. So, all right, what's going on for the ladies? We're gonna ask what the feminine can expect from this eclipse, how to get through it, and how to take care of yourself in the aftermath. Like, what's the takeaway? What's it all for? So, I'm a full service type of thing. All right, for my ladies, for the femme energy that is so pure, so perfect, that I stand so hard. All of the generous queens, walking angels of the earth, precious princesses. What is this eclipse bringing to the feminine? What can the feminine expect from this eclipse? Nothing? Y'all better give them something. Oh, alright, it's not so bad. Alright, ladies, what are we getting for this eclipse? Oh, fuck yeah. Yes, cool. All right. So for those that know tarot, Seven of Swords, Nine of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Emperor, Two of Pentacles, and the Sun. So the good news is that everything's gonna be okay, ladies. The bad news is that if you watch the masculine video, if not, I suggest you do. The women here are mostly suffering because spirit is tying our hands behind our back, and there's nothing we can do to protect the men we love from their karma, from their retribution, from the scales being back into balance, which is something that we lovingly, joyfully, and subconsciously do all the time. We make excuses for the men. We say that, our fathers are from a different time, that our boyfriends aren't always like that, etc., that, that we deserve this kind of treatment, and it's just not true. So ladies, we're gonna have a bit of an easier time during this eclipse, but the truth is gonna come out, mama. The truth is gonna come out, meaning every single lie that's been told to you, honestly, since January and on, for some even during November of last year. It seems like there might have been an affair, somebody traveling somewhere, and they told you they were someplace different. Hang on. Tell me more about that. It doesn't have to go all the way towards a sexual affair, but it seems like this might be for a specific person watching this. Somebody going partying with their friends and they ended up kissing somebody else, and it never got brought up because they were like, "What for? It was just a kiss." Yeah, that's gonna get brought up. Anyway, so the ladies are mostly suffering because the truth is coming out. So half of us, the truth is coming from an external source. So half of us are hearing it from friends, from our moms, about our fathers. It seems like there's issues of substance abuse going on in the family dynamic that is coming up. Abortions that mothers have been hiding. So perhaps you weren't the first child or the first pregnancy, at least for mom, and that kind of stuff never got brought up. What else is coming up? Hang on. Let it flow, let it flow. What else is coming on? disappointments in the workplace, finding out that you are no longer being looked at as a serious candidate for a promotion or a higher paying position, etc., etc. The point is, everybody that's been stringing you along is going to stop. And it's going to stop really abruptly. So more than physical pain, it seems like it's more like disappointment, disillusion. So it's not as bad as the masculine, but I mean, it also isn't like the oppression Olympics. So that's half of us. It's going to come, the news is going to come from the external. Also, wow, I'm just getting car repair right now. Toyotas, red Toyotas specifically. This also might be for a specific person. I don't know why I get so hyper specific sometimes. If you own a red Toyota and you know you need new brakes, go get them. Just save yourself the trouble. Anywho, where was I? Oh, and the other half, it's going to come from us. Oh, I love when this happens. Said no one ever. So half of us, and I think I'm going to throw myself in the hat here because same, half of us are going to cut through our own deceit. We are going to have to be brave enough. Oh, and this is already starting to hurt so bad in my chest. I'm getting like weird feelings of crying. Some of us are just going to have to do what we've been avoiding since March, and it's look at somebody that we love in their eyes and know that they're no longer the right person to build with. Now, this isn't just romantic. It seems like this is, again, fathers, brothers, friends, romantic and platonic. We are going to be caught in situations in which we have to see them, the people that we love, the men that we love. We have to see them for what they are, not for who we want them to be. We have to see the relationships for the cost versus the benefit rather than the love of amount given. And a lot of us are going to find ourselves regretting the love we gave to these men and how much of a doormat we can become to them. But there's no point in regretting the love that you give because it came from a place of sincerity. And if it was sincere, then what can you do? You know, that's you. Own it, you know. Own it with your whole chest. So, yeah, I think the ones that are going to get hit with the external truths are going to have a little bit of an easier time because the feminines on the other half of the spectrum, you know, having to wash our eyes in the river and really see how many excuses we've made and see that we aren't demanding too much. We're just forcing a connection that is no longer beneficial to us or to our growth. And that is going to be the difficult part of this eclipse. More than anything, it's going to have to be looking at the people that we love in their eyes and realizing that they're not doing enough and that there's no excuse except that they just don't want to. It's not that they can't, that they choose not to. They're not choosing you. So you have to choose you. Amen to that one for me. So that's kind of like the bad news. But there's a big but. Spirit also wants to let y'all know that the wheels are turning in your favor. Those manifestations, those wishes you've been making, they're coming up. They're coming up. The wheels are in motion. Ain't shit we can do about it. We already manifested it. It's coming in hot. We have to pay the price. We have to choose ourselves. When we choose ourselves and we mourn and we lament those emotional losses, you're gonna find that you move on a little faster than you thought. You might die for a couple days. You might feel like you got stabbed in the chest and then the knife turned, you know, but I feel like things are going to pick up so fast once you make that decision to let go, because really all you have to do is try. You have to try and you have to decide and really say no more. Once you do that, those manifestations are coming in hot for the ladies, but you have to act on them. With the Emperor here, it's about choosing yourself, and it's about not caving when your manifestations start to come up, and they will come up. They're going to come up as opportunities that feel out of your league. Take them anyway. New relationships with men, I don't feel like they're romantic, to be honest. It could be. It just feels more of a safety net. It feels more of a friend. It feels more like a friend. So expect friendships with men to start coming in that are platonic, that don't want you or don't want to enjoy you sexually, that are just like, hey, you seem cool. Welcome that. Yeah. For writers specifically, it seems like writers are being published. What else? Applications are coming back approved. Test results negative. All right, that's all I'm getting. Sorry, I tried to get more. Yeah, so things that we want are coming in. We just have to, go through the little rough patch to get to where we want to go. And then we can't fuck it up. Ladies, we can't have our wishes put in front of us and then we're just like, just kidding, I can't handle this. I want things to stay the same. With the Emperor, we have to have discipline, not acting on our impulse, which our impulse is always to run away. Run away, make excuses, say, no, never mind. Sit on it, marinate, simmer in the sauce, and then act. It's about emotional discipline for the ladies. Don't try to save your daddy from their karma. Just sit back, hang out, try to stay under the radar. If you've been weighing some options between moving, staying in your city, it's going to be fine no matter what you choose. So Spirit's going to adjust to you. With the Sun card here, they're just like, honestly, girl, the world's your oyster. You don't have to choose between security and freedom. You can absolutely have both. Or if you choose one, we're going to make sure you have hella of it. Like if you're going to choose security, we're going to make sure you're secure as fuck. And if you want freedom, we're going to make sure you're free as fuck. So essentially, women can do no wrong right now. Cool. So how can the ladies get through it? How can the ladies work with the energies of the eclipse and not against? Queen of Swords reversed. My bitch. I love her. Tell me more. Choosing to cut the cords. Again, this is about emotional discipline and bringing our mind back in the game. It may sound cold-hearted, but it is what it is. You're gonna have to start really looking at your relationships as a transaction. You're not going to pay Fashion Nova $300 because you want to, because you're generous. You're going to expect your fucking clothes. And you're going to expect that free shipping. The same with your relationships. You're not going to keep giving of yourself if it doesn't make sense to. If you're not getting that reparation back, essentially. So with the Queen of Swords, it's like, snip, snip, bitch, we out. You're not meeting my energy. I'm not even sorry. I am putting the stomp to the floor and I am walking the fuck out the door. Don't even feel bad about it. And also, don't even announce it. Just dip. Very specific message. Don't voice or announce your departure, because they will argue against it. Whoever you're leaving will argue, will justify, will try to defend, and you'll cave. Just go. Move in silence, sis. You can explain when you're in a better situation, a more certain situation. But right now, it's about making decisions with what makes sense here from a real cold business-like type of standpoint. That's how you can work with the energy, is Facts are facts, and they are cold, and they are hard. But it is what it is. Cold, hard facts. That's what we gotta take into account. Not our feelings, just the cold, hard facts. Right. So the aftermath. What does Spirit want the ladies to take away from this eclipse? What's the lesson? What's the purpose? Why is it all for? Tell me more. To heal your defense mechanisms and the things that make you the way that you are. There's no reason for us to sacrifice our peace at all. It's not love if he doesn't protect your peace, sis. At least it's not love in God's eyes. It's not a godly type of union. If a man is disturbing your peace, if he's making you defensive, if he's making you crazy, if he's making you paranoid, girl, that's done. He's not loving you the way God intended. Man to love woman, man, femme, you get me, each other. Yeah, so ladies, this is about realizing that your defense mechanisms are not natural mechanisms of living. The circumstances were such that you had to develop them and maintain them. Drop them. Drop them and learn how to make better decisions about your relationships. Choose relationships and circumstances. This goes for employment as well. That affirm your peace, that affirm your sense of purpose, because those defense mechanisms are not natural. You were not born with them, therefore you can't take them with you. That's why your relationships are ending, and that's why you're cutting people in and out, because you have to heal and you have to get back into that natural state of receptive and feeling desired and feeling beautiful, and whatever isn't making you feel that way, it's time to go. Very specific message. Your dream's about to get fucking wild for this eclipse. Listen to them. There's wisdom in there. Specifically, moms. A lot of women are going to be hashing things out with their moms in the aftermath of this eclipse and realizing that their moms are women. So there's going to be a lot of conversations between daughters and their mothers as two women, and really being able to bond and heal the resentment that was carried over through childhood. And I really think it's all only going to take mom and daughter to have a sit down and be like, look, when I said this to you as a kid, these were the circumstances at the time, and I'm sorry I took it out on you, etc., etc. But as children, as little girls, we internalize that and we take it with us when our moms aren't even aware. So it's really just, we got to sit down and have that conversation with mom. But it's all healing. It's all healing. And as always, I just wanted to do this to help. So I hope it does. Tell me about those dreams. Comment, like, share. I don't know how to YouTube thumbs up or whatever the fuck, but get me to 1,000 subscribers. That's all I want. That's all I want. Get me to 1,000 subscribers so I can teach my tarot classes in peace. Anyway, again, my only intent is to help. If it resonates, great. Send it to your aunt, send it to your sister, etc., because there might be something in here for them too. But yeah, all right. I'm peace out now. Bye.